Hello everyone, welcome. I'm so glad that you were able to join me today. I have a fun fall project for you. I like to make a little gift to give to my guests that come over for Thanksgiving. Last year I did like the little mini charcuterie board. I think I had showed you. This year I'm going to be out of town, so I won't have anybody here at home for Thanksgiving, but these I could take along as well. It's a little box that holds a pumpkin roll. And it's a little Debbie pumpkin roll, so it's individually wrapped and it fits in there perfectly. But first, I want to share, well, first of all, for those of you who are new, my name is Lisa Cunningham. Thank you so much for joining me. I'm an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator out of Rio Rancho, New Mexico. I come live every Wednesday at 6 o'clock p.m. Mountain Time. I do in-person classes and I do to-go classes as well. If you have any questions, just leave a comment and let me know. And plus, comment where you're from. Let me know where you're joining me from. I'd love to know. But what I want to share with you is our gingerbread retreat. So, I partnered up with my good friends, Heather Guerrero and Patty Davison, and we created this super fun gingerbread man retreat. So it uses the gingerbread man bundle. Sorry, I got like a major glare and I should have maybe closed my blinds, but there you go. The gingerbread man bundle. There is 9 projects, some cards. So I'm going to give you a sneak peek of some, and there's a bunch of amazing pillow gifts. I've been working on them. Hopefully you can't see them behind me. Oh, I think my head's covering them, so good. So because they're a surprise. And I'm sorry, something has been itching my nose all day. It's an allergy of some sort. So let me tell you what you get in this retreat. You're going to get a package of the embossed designs, mix and match specialty cards and envelopes. We're using these, so there's no cutting, prepping, or anything for you. You're going to have the peppermint adhesive back thing. You're going to get a spool of the real red shiny ribbon and a bolt of the red and white baker's twine. And you're going to get the materials to make the 9 projects. So we'll pre-cut everything for you. Excuse me, pre-cut prep. This allergy. Oh my gosh. I don't know what's going on. I guess the change of weather. Sorry, my nose is just like, but anyhow. So you're going to get all the materials for the 9 projects. You're going to use some of what you're receiving as in the Stampin' Up! Product. But let me just give you a sneak peek. I didn't make all 9 of our projects yet, but there's just some cute little sneaky peekies. I'm so sorry. My nose is just, so some of these are cards, and we do have 3D projects. Here's a little box, and one of those, you can put whatever you want. I think a Bath and Body Works hand lotion will fit in it, probably a sanitizer or 2, whatever you want. And then look at this cute little home decor piece. It's an easel, so it'll stand up. And then again, there's more. There's mysteries. There's the gingerbread was used in different ways. There's a reindeer. There's a snowman. I think that might be it. But so they're not all just gingerbread men. So what is the price of all this? It is $60, and that includes your shipping. So we'll ship everything to you. Like I said, all the projects will, if it's not in the bundle, we'll die cut it for you. But if it's in the bundle, you'll have to die cut it, but we'll give you the cardstock and whatever you need for it. If you'd like to add the bundle is $54, and I'll pay the shipping from Stampin' Up, the shipping and tax from Stampin' Up, and I'll include it in your kit. So when you register, you'll just get, the link is on there and it'll give you the choices of what to, that you could add it on. Now my throat is itching. Something's like really getting to me today. So you will get a PDF tutorial as well with all the step-by-step instructions. So it's not like you're not going to know what to do. And we have the instructions for each project. And like I said, there's pillow gifts. I'm not sure how many pillow gifts I have back there, but I know there's a lot and they're nice and cute. And you see all these kits I got back here. I'm getting ready for a, pardon me again, a kit class, a kit together. So I think that is it. I will post the registration link below, and remember to share my video and give me a like, a love, a share, whatever you can, whether you're watching me on YouTube or Facebook. They all help me. I really need to get those algorithms. I can never say that word. Algorithms. If you want today's PDF for today's project, right here for the pumpkin roll box, just join my email and I'll add the link to that as well. All right, well, let's go ahead and get started on this fun project. I have this fun class, and actually it's kind of it's an in-person class, but I am going to offer a to-go kit. So what it is it's I'm using the homemade treats bundle, and this class is going to be a I'm calling it Christmas crafting and cookie exchange. So what it's gonna, like I said, in person here, Rio Rancho at my house. So you'll bring a dozen cookies and we'll exchange with everybody. But this class, you're gonna make 3 treat packages for your cookies. So for you to make to like give to friends and stuff at Christmas time. Because I don't know about you, but I do a lot of baking and I give a lot of cookies away. So this, it's the homemade treats, like I said, cookie exchange class and Christmas crafting. So let me show you some of the projects. So this is like a big, I got all my stuff stuffed in a big box that you can put a lot. You put your cookies in your bag and then you put it in here, and then it has a card on it. So your card and your bag is all together. So that's one project. This is another for just like a single cookie. So you could either do it, keep it opened, or you can close it. But it's, you just put a single cookie, inside a plastic and put it in there, and you can give these to dental assistants, mail carriers, whoever you think of, but that's one way of giving a cookie. This is another one. Now this one, you can put a picture in it, or you can just put a sentiment. I like to put a picture of me baking my cookies with my grandkids or whoever, so that the people can see that you actually made your cookies. And then the next project is another bag. This one's kind of a medium-sized bag, but you can put some cookies in there as well. So that's the second that's already the fourth project. And the fifth is my favorite, this cute little oven card. It's an oven, and then you could put your message on the back. So those are the projects for your class. So you can do the in-person class, and it's going to be $35. So I'll have all the stuff ready for you to go. And it's going to be $35 for the to-go as well. I'm going to pay the shipping on that because you guys aren't going to be able to do the cookie exchange if you order it to go. So in turn of you not getting cookies, I'm going to pay the shipping. So it's going to be $35 to go as well. So $35 to go or in person. If you come in person, there's going to be some door prizes. I want you to dress festive. There's going to be a prize for the most festive. To-go kits, you will automatically get a door prize. You don't have to be here to get your name drawn. So some good benefits. So your packages will come, I'll have it all ready like this. So like this is for the medium box, I believe. This is for the single pouches. This is for the big box. And then these are for the 2 cards. So that's how your packages will come for you. Again, I can't stamp any images, so you will need this bundle. If you don't have the bundle, use whatever you have at home. All right, so again, and then you'll get the PDF tutorial with the step-by-step instructions on how to make all the projects. So that one, again, is $35, whether you're doing it to go or in person. All right, I think that is it. I will put the registration link for both of those when I finish the video down in the comments. Because if you put it up top for whatever reason, when you put a link, they don't get shown. So share my video, and you could share it here on Facebook. You could share it on YouTube. You will be entered into a prize drawing. You guys seem to like the embellishment pack, so I got another embellishment pack this week. So just comment that you shared so that I could write your name down and put you into the prize drawing. And if you want the PDF tutorial, you might already be on my email list. If you're not, you can join my email list. Again, all these links I will put below in the comments once we're done with the video. All right, so let's go ahead and get started with our project. And here is our project. It is a treat box that holds a Little Debbie pumpkin spice roll. Now, I always like to make a little gift for my my Thanksgiving guests to take home. And so this would be a perfect one for them to take. So again, we're going to use a pumpkin roll. And you could find these pretty much at any grocery store, Walmart, Target. I think they all have them. So I think there is 6 in a box. So you can make 6, and they're only a few dollars. I'm not even sure. But enough with the chit chat. Let's get started. So we're going to need a 7.5 by 6 1/4 piece of Cajun Craze. So I'm going to cut this side at 6 1/4. I think 6 1/4 is right there. If my measurements are a little off, it's because I don't want to stick my head all the way in 7.5. I tried to zoom in, but it didn't zoom in. Let me make sure again. 6. Yeah, there's the quarter right there. I think I went over a notch too much. It's gonna, there. Oof, that's it. When you cut like that. All right, so we're going to score the long side, which is the 7.5 inch side. We're on the 7.5. We're going to score it at 1. And then now I'm going to have to remember how I cut this. 1, and then 3 1/4, 4 1/4. You know, I try to make my projects ahead of time, and then 6.5, and then I forget how I did them. If I did it today, then I could remember. Okay, and then the short side, which is a 6 1/4 inch side, we're going to score it at 1. I think this is pretty easy. I should be able to remember. And then 5 1/4. 5 1/4, which is actually 1 inch on each end. So if you wanted just to turn it around, you could have did it, 1 inch, 1 inch. All right, I think that is it on this. We will assemble our box. So we're going to fold and burnish all of these lines so that they're nice and crisp. And is everyone ready for Thanksgiving? I don't know. Well, I'm not going to be here, so that's taken a little bit a worry out of me. Okay, so we're gonna snip up the score lines on the long side, and I always like to angle my little tabs. I call these tabs. So go straight, straight, angle, angle. It's just in case your score lines were not correct. And thank you to those of you who have already signed up for my homemade treats class. That class is going to be a lot of fun, and it's going to be a fun kit for you to go to. So don't feel like you're missing out because you can't make it in person. I know how that goes. All right, and we're going to do this exact same thing on the opposite side. I flipped around without even telling you. Get all these little guys out of the way. So I always get my little clippies. And so we're going to put 4 of the tabs into this larger section. I believe that's how I wrote the instructions. Try to do it the way I have it in my instructions, so that when you go to read them, you'll know what I'm talking about. And you know, you can use Seal Plus on these tabs. I'm always using my liquid glue. And like I've told you guys many a times, me and liquid glue used to not be friends very well. I think I'd have more glue on me than my project. So I'm getting a little better. I've learned that a little goes a long way until I stick my finger in it. Do you guys have that problem? Let me make sure I'm not missing any comments. Oh, hello, Patty. Okay, so we'll put this one and one more here. So then these other 2 go into the other section. So again, I believe my instructions say 4 tabs into the large section, and the other 2 go into the other. All right. Oh, there we go. So now our box is assembled. So let's do the stamping. We're gonna stamp some leaves and acorns. So we're using the Gathering Moments stamp set and dies. I already have my dies pulled out and my stamps. We're gonna use, I love fall, I love it. And so every year I love making fall projects. So we're gonna stamp this large leaf in Old Olive. I have just a piece of basic white cardstock here. And I've told you guys before, you know, the longer that you hold your stamp, the more ink gets absorbed into the paper. So I'm gonna have to clean this one because we're gonna stamp it again in crushed curry. Crushed curry. Yeah, I hope I'm not getting sick. I don't know why all day I just felt horrible. And I was still sitting at my desk doing a lot of work. I've been doing a lot of cleaning too. My husband's like, I think you probably got sick from all the cleaning chemicals you've been using. My hands, you know, they're always dry, but they're like super dry because of all the cleaning I've been doing. Okay, so we stamped the leaves twice. We're gonna stamp the acorns twice, and I'm using Early Espresso. Yeah, but my hands are super dry because of all the chemicals that I've been using. I mean, I use Pine Sol, I use bleach, I use a lot of stuff. Okay, and then we're gonna go ahead and stamp the sentiment in Cajun Craze over yonder. And I'm gonna show you a trick when we stamp. I did mine the opposite of my sample. Leave it to me. And we're gonna stamp this over here. I like to hold it just to get that little bit of darkness in there. All right. So now I'm gonna grab the cut and emboss so that we can die cut all of these. And I'm gonna show you on, we can only do one leaf at a time, one leaf and one acorn at a time. So I'm gonna do this one first. And I knew that was gonna happen. So let me grab some of my tape. I had a feeling that was gonna happen. And all right, it's taken me a bit. And then our little acorn. It's so quiet. I'm trying to get this lined up just right without sticking my head. Okay, so now on this one, we're using the second to the largest nested essential die. But what we're gonna do is we wanna put this as close to the top because we're gonna cut this, down. So it looks like it's gonna stay. I don't need any tape. So you just want the top close to your boards. And I'm gonna fling it back this way so you guys could probably see a little better. Let's get our one acorn and our leaf. I'm gonna cut this off so it's out of our way because we're gonna recut that other. Okay, so now we're gonna do the old olive leaf. And that one's staying. So my acorn, I think these small ones, they like to move. Okay, so here's, now we're gonna shorten it. And so what we're gonna do is you can, since this has the little notches in it and they're already cut, you can kind of fill them. When you put it on your, see, it's already locked in where the notches are. So we want to kind of get it close to the bottom because we want to make this shorter since our box is not so wide. But you just make sure that it's in the grooves, and we're going to cut. And our tag will be a little bit smaller. I'm going to put all these things. Get this, put this in the garbage. And let's take this guy out. And so see, the stitching's perfect. You just kind of wiggle your die around till you fit it, fall into the little notches. See, that's already in the notches. It's really easy. All right. And like I said, since our box isn't so wide, we didn't want to put that bigger label on it. Okay, I'm gonna pull out my trimmer because I know I'm gonna need to cut some designer series paper. So I'm using the Gathering Together. This is beautiful paper, but I'm gonna use the Cajun Gray side instead of this pretty designs because I didn't want to take away from the leaves that we've stamped. So gorgeous paper just to make a card with this alone. So this piece is going to be 2.5, no it's not, it's 2 1/8 by 4 1/8. So 2 1/8 is going to be this direction. So see how these leaves they go a direction. So we want to cut our 2 1/8 on this side so that they're going to be going the direction. Although they're kind of covered up. So it's 2 1/8 by 4 1/8. It's pretty much covered up by all of our decorations. See how I made the tag smaller? All right, so now we're just gonna cut. You wanna make sure that your pattern's the right direction. And we're just gonna tear this. There's not a right or wrong, it's just tear. I think I always tear mine kind of funny. People, theirs always look better. Always make mine look like mountains. All right, so let's get our box. You guys make mountains? Let's put our pumpkin roll in. Close it up. I'm thinking. We're gonna glue our paper. And so the cut part is gonna be at the bottom. See? I'm not sure if there's like a correct way to tear your paper. I just tear it. And then we want to leave a little bit of a border at the top and the sides. We got that little 1/8 inch border. Okay. So now we can decorate. But let me show you what I did. I wanted to make my leaves look a little rough. So what I did is, getting all these pieces back in here, is I just put it in my hand and just crumpled it up. Like, oh my goodness, she's messing that perfect piece of paper. I just kind of wanted to rough it up. Now, and then I don't know if you guys know as well. Maybe let me grab it and I'll show you. Well, you know what? I have my take your pick tool with this. You can always put like something in your hand and then you just keep rubbing this around your scoring tool tip and it'll kind of roughen them up as well. Curl them, do whatever you want. I like to crumple, but there's just, that's another way of doing it. And like this really good technique when you want to, you're doing flowers and you want the petals to like stand up. But just kind of roughen these up. And I only did the leaves, not the acorns. So now we're going to put our leaves on with dimensionals. And we put our old olive one in the back. And then now we're going to put our crushed curry. See how they're like ruffled? They're just, they look like they're worn, like they've been on the tree and they fell off and they fell right onto your box. Right? And so that one, we're going to use a dimensional. When I have the little small things, I like to put my dimensional on the box because then I know where I can put it. Because sometimes they don't line up correctly. So we'll put that one there. We're gonna put our sentiment on. We're gonna put it at an angle so that it fits on there nicely. Like I said, let me see the die. Show you if we did it full, see how big it would have been. It's almost the whole size of the box. And we wouldn't have been able to see the tear and the designer series paper and all that. So that's why I wanted to shorten it. So we're gonna put some dimensionals. Have you guys done that before? Shorten your dies, making sure to fit your sentiment in it. I feel like all these things are just sticking to me. Look, they won't. I must have static or something. So we'll put this, just kind of tuck it under the leaves a little bit. And see how you could still see it if we did the big one we wouldn't have. And now we need our early espresso. You could even use old olive if you wanted to. You guys want me to do old olive or stick with the oh my gosh, early espresso. Let me show you. So just kind of straighten that out. Fold it in half. I'm gonna put both of them and then you guys decide. Even though you could already see the early espresso on the other one. I love making double bows with the twine. So here is old olive or early espresso. Talk to me, what do you think? Which one do you like? I know my early espresso, I don't know what's going on. it got away. Oh, thanks, Patty. Which one do you like, Old Olive or Early Espresso? I don't know. I think the Early Espresso stands out better, or maybe I should have combined them and I could have did both. You know, anything's possible when crafting. You do what you want to do. There's no right or wrong. Okay, yeah, I think the Early Espresso stands out better. So, trying to make my loops even. One got carried away. All right, I'm going to put the Early Espresso on. But if you like, you know, green is my favorite color. But oops, that's not my picky one part. I'll use my scissors, put it right here. And then we're not done yet. We're going to add some Cajun Craze and gold dots. And we just want to add a couple to our tag. Oops. And I say a couple, I mean 3. And there's our box. So will you be making these for your Thanksgiving guests? My ribbons, my twine's all over. These are super simple to make. And believe me, when your guests are leaving and you hand them a little gift, they're going to love it. So thank you so much for joining me today. I'm glad that you joined me. And remember, please like and share my videos, and even on YouTube, give me a thumbs up, subscribe to my channel. I do a new video every week, sometimes a couple of videos a week. All right, everybody, thanks for joining me, and you have a great evening. And go out and see if you could see the northern lights. Like I said, they're supposed to be out again tonight and brighter. All right, take care, everybody. Bye.